I look back, I thought about it for 20 years. One day, I realized I'm not really thinking about it. More like waiting, avoiding, telling myself, I'm thinking about it. I was pretending to think about it. I was scared. I was afraid it would be a bad idea. The kind you regret as soon as you do it. Like getting a late night tattoo or telling all your friends you're on a liquid diet. So I'm in a relationship with a really great man, not married. We both always wanted to have children. One day, I took a deep breath and I said to him, would you ever consider being a foster parent? Oh, I need this. A month earlier, I had seen this ad. Kids in Distress was running, and it really pulled at my heart. Here's this grown woman on a tricycle, and she gets to be a superhero. Something about this image stayed with me. Could it be that simple? Soon, we were at the kid orientation. What an eye-opener. There was this moment when this ruthlessly compassionate woman by the name of Diana Lake said, we are not here to talk you into this. You have to want it, or you won't make it. This is not an adoption agency. We're here to keep families together, give people what they need to turn their lives around. We need partners to look after these children while that work gets done. I may have had a huge lump in my throat the whole time, but I was all in. Thankfully, so was this wonderful man I was in love with. Within a few months, we had taken all the appropriate steps. I will never forget the moment we got that call. It was Monday, midday, and I see the name and number come up on my phone, and my heart starts pounding. It's the placement coordinator from Kids in Distress. She says, Jennifer, I have this little girl. She's younger than you requested, but I think she's just perfect for you and Rocco. I felt the need to ask a bunch of questions, but really, it's just a yes or no at that point. So I said, yes, I'm on my way. Now I'm at Safe Place, and I'm signing paperwork, and I'm reading police reports, and I feel like you feel when you're about to go on a blind date. Will they like me? Am I good enough? Will I like them? In walks a staff member and a very little girl with a head full of big, loopy curls. This beautiful 2-year-old looks up at me with her big brown eyes and smiles. It's the first picture. Instantly, I think, wow, this is happening. The staff worker and I talk for a minute as my heart pounds and I pretend it's all normal. After a few minutes, everything is handled and it's time for us to go. She has one little cloth bag that smells like smoke and a few toiletries in it that look like they came from ChildNet. This little girl lets me pick her up. I'm carrying her to the car seat I had just installed 30 minutes before. We're both sneaking looks at each other. I get her buckled in, take my seat behind the wheel, and I turn the rear view mirror so I can see her face, and her eyes are locked on me. And I smile, and she goes like this. So I go like this. All the way home, we made funny faces at each other and laughed. When we arrive at the house, I'm concerned. She's gonna be scared or wanna go home. As I carry her into the kitchen, she sees a banana on the counter and points to them. I say, are you hungry? You want a banana? She shakes her head yes. So I sit her in the chair, I peel the banana, and I hand it to her. She shoves a giant bite in her mouth, so big, I'm now terrified because she can't chew it. So I'm watching her in fear as she finally swallows it, and I say to myself, oh my God, she's 2. I have to cut this thing up for her. So she eats 2 bananas, an apple, several graham crackers, and just about everything I put in front of her. We play and we dance with each other until it's time to go to bed. And then she says, lay with me. pats the bed next to her. So I do. She's restless for a bit, so I play with her curls the way my mom did mine, and in no time, she's asleep. She slept 10 hours that night, safe, clean, well-fed, and loved. And it has been that way every night since. That is what KID provides. You may be tempted to give me the credit, but don't. If it were not for the work that KID does, I would have no way to help, and neither would you. I can't even let myself think about where she would be today without KID. In our particular case, her biological mom decided that the best thing that she could do for her daughter was to allow Rocco and I to adopt her. Thank you. It has been over 6 years now since that life-changing day. Her name is Charlie Little, and she is a miracle. I started this story by telling you I spent the first 20 years waiting and avoiding taking any real action that made a difference. And then one day, I'm sitting in church, and Pastor Doug Souter at Calvary Chapel, who also adopted children from foster care, he said, I pray that God puts a burden on your heart, a burden to serve others, a burden so big that it forces you into action. Well, when Doug Souter talks, God must be listening, because that's exactly how it's been for me. It's a burden on my heart to do what I can for the agencies that support children in foster care. We need you today. Tomorrow is too late. Look around the room. Like, really look. This room is full of beautiful people who are here to make a difference. Please take a moment right now and ask yourself, how can I help? What is right there for you, sitting on your heart? Each and every one of you is a possibility for these children who have little to no shot otherwise. KID can't do what they do without us. No one else is coming. So I ask you now to please give from the heart. In front of you, on your table, there's an envelope. Looks like this. There is also on your program a QR code. In either of these, you can make a donation. I'm inviting you to give. Scan the barcode, write a check, use your credit card, whatever you've got to do, so that KID can continue helping beautiful, sweet, innocent children like Charlie, whose life would be very different today without them. 100% of your donation goes towards helping these charities help children in need. We need you. We need action. You too can be a superhero. Is my picture up there? Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
And a round of applause for Jennifer.